It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Y'all must have forgot I'm on my Roy Jones. Flow terminally ill, talking full blown. The Ghost Rider, I wrote the script to your tombstone. Kill your favorite rappers in tandems, call it a group home. I've been keeping it discreet, but this shit ain't sweet. Once I hit my motor, start to reach. Niggas shit they breach. I got songs in like 200 shows, but I gotta lead. Pull a nigga name up on the sheet and it's Bon Appetit. Fucking with the wrong one, I hope you got a strong gun. They verse I'm going on them, they call me the Shogun. Pull a beat, 15 minutes, bet I get this song done. I can't trust a rap nigga that's stepping with his toes done. Fuck him out. Shout the Lord done it all. I'm Barry Sanders. I'm juking niggas from the coin toss. I'ma run the ball. That's 6 points. I get the money off the ripple when my pinpoints. Pinpoint precision. Envision me on my rich boy. These on the bit. Trigger finger if it's itchy. I might squeeze on the flip. Bullets coming with a name. Let you bleed on the tip. Put a nigga in the box. Then I'm fleeing on the trip. I'm too keen for me to slip. I want Parmesan. I Parmesan. I walk in the alarms on. I'm barking like a dog. And now your bones are what I'm chomping on. Sundown, bitch. I'm back to bending like it's Ramadan. Yo, 15 minutes was broad, it's like a calling card. No mean to ramble, this shit is like a free sample. I'm here to make an example, these appetizers ain't ample enough. Fire like a candle, I'm up, right from the panel I jump. Back in this shit, entertaining y'all on my channel, I'm the main event. Learn to use my voice so I could pay the rent. Nigga talking shit behind the phone that they ain't pay to get. Drop and give me 50, nigga, I get on my trainer shit. I don't do no freestyles, homie, I get paid to spit. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. Now, in this video, we're going to be doing a follow-up from just a couple days ago. Remember the whole leaked story from Mr. David Lewis Wall, I believe his name is, out in Canada. He basically, months ago, he had posted videos of himself out at family court, and this was back in the end of March, early April, and he was basically blocked out of doing his job, right? He's a court sketch artist. He was there to take part in Drake's family court dispute, and they told him it was not open to the public. It was private, okay? So he ended up releasing the sketches that he did have while he waited outside on day 2. There was a photo of Drake's bodyguard. There was a sketch, of Drake's bodyguard, a sketch of a officer, and then there was also a sketch of a young woman who many perceived to be a mystery woman, and we were trying to figure out who could he have been in family court with that would have coincided with that what happened that day, right? Now, in my last video, I said, I would not be surprised if it was Sophie, being that Drake does have a child with her. A lot of people were trying to tell me that she doesn't live in Canada. I said it in my video. Her most recent address, at least for where she's accepting mail for her office, is in Toronto. People wanted to fight me on that. I showed a photo of her with the ponytail and her tan skin. People wanted to fight me on that, which I was just given going off of what we know. You know what I'm saying? If you watch my channel, I'm not really here to craft narratives. I'm here to just report what's going on, and based on the information that's available to us, I try to do my best to find the most reliable information, to not sully anybody's name or defame anyone or make them look crazy deliberately. If they want to come out and make themselves look crazy, I will certainly roast you after you make yourself look bad. But I'm not here to try to make anybody look bad on Inside the Industry or as myself, J Nolan. All right. That's not what I do here. So in this situation, it seems that, as I predicted, it was Sophie Brussaux. The court sketch artist actually has come out and confirmed that's who it is. All right. I had some people come over here and try to tell me that it was Monet Merchant. All right. I believe there's another content creator that was pushing that narrative and trying to compare the photo and the whatever that is. And I'm like, Monet Merchant is a totally different person. She's a singer, she's a model, and she's an obsessed Drake fan. If you go on her timeline today, you could find her on Twitter right now. now that her photos are floating online and people are comparing her, because I chose not to show her image on my channel when she submitted herself into the UMG Drake docket. We read her entry. She put a declaration in on the Drake docket trying to draw connection to herself and Drake. But the connection that she drew between herself and Drake was not about physicality. It was not about having a child with him. She only spoke on how if you Google her name and go into AI search engines, you'll see that her name comes up as a commentator speaking on the Drake UMG case, and she feels that Drake will win and he is well within his rights to pursue this case. She's a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? However, that does not make her a baby mom to Drake. You know what I'm saying? That can all exist at the same time. And she's a talented singer at the same time. As much as she's an idiot, she has some good songs. I went out and listened to them. She doesn't have many out there from what I can see, but she got some catchy pop songs. Go figure. Okay? So let me go ahead and pull this up real quick, and then we're going to move on into other Drake-related things in the show, because as this may not be a stain on him, he's been putting other stains, ketchup stains, all over his motherfucking shirt. So there's that too. All right. So the Ville, JV from the Ville, shout out to the Ville. He had posted this photo on Twitter the other day as everything was going viral. And a lot of people were drawing comparisons between these two images of Kendrick Lamar here, SZA over here, and then of the security guard, or the policeman, I should say, not the security guard, but the actual officer and the mystery woman. A lot of people were saying that these look very similar, and people were trying to say that Kendrick had some knowledge of this situation, which is why they created this scene in the Luther video. I didn't really comment on that because I do believe at some point we have to stop thinking that Kendrick Lamar is trying to give us some great reveal about Drake, because that also adds credence to people that feel like Kendrick Lamar may be obsessed with Drake. I'm not saying he is, but I do think Kendrick Lamar has way more shit going on in his life, his career, his family, than to just be trying to plant us seeds that don't bear much fruit or additional context about that man. At some point, that would seem a little crazy, just like how we say it's a little crazy that Drake is doing these Iceman episodes with this Pinocchio character that he's allegedly trying to portray as Kendrick Lamar, following him around. I think that makes a lot more sense because we see that he's intentionally trying to portray Kendrick to be obsessed with him, following him around. But for me, me personally, you could believe whatever you want. I don't believe that Kendrick Lamar is sitting around during the free time of his days figuring out how to imitate or mock Drake. I just feel like he's got other shit going on, but that's just me. Anyway, so but the photo, I must say, the photo and the image, they do have a resemblance. So I can't say it's all that crazy. Just giving y'all my thoughts, why I didn't really speak about it. So then David Lewis Wall comes out and he says, here are the originals, and I'm still working on making them more detained, and I think he means detailed, okay, to show off the architecture of the courthouse. He says, I erased the cop because he did not work. What you mean he did not work? He didn't work in the frame of the photo, or he did not work as in there was really no cop there? Because that's gonna create some more questions, that you drew an image of a person that wasn't there, but now you're trying to tell us this is somebody. So that's also another thing. We need more answers, Dave. Okay. He says watercolor number 1 is Drake's bodyguard with a newspaper reporter. Okay. Painting 2 other is Sophie Brussaux. All right. So he's saying painting number 2 over here is Sophie. I believe people were also saying, hey, if the woman was in family court with Drake, then why was she sitting outside? David also gave additional context about that. He said that Drake left the courthouse during breaks. She remained seated outside of the courtroom during breaks. So that's where he was able to do his sketch. Okay, so these are the originals, he says, that he's still working on in terms of color and things of that nature, details. Okay, so as of now, he's saying that is Sophie. And remember, although Drake and Sophie may be in a good co-parenting situation, somebody made a good point also in the comments where they said that Adonis has been on tour with Drake. It was just shown the other day, I think about a week ago, Adonis came out on stage and was dancing with Drake and doing, a little aura farming, as they tried to call it. So here's the video of that, and I believe this took place in Germany.
Make some noise for Adonis one time.
All right, so that's that. Adonis on stage with Drake in Germany, I believe, which shows that Adonis is traveling around the world with his father. So that could be a thing. They went to family court to, make sure that he would be able to take the child, out for months on the road and get their guidelines and how that's supposed to go. Probably during that time period, probably reduced his child support payments and stuff like that, since Adonis wasn't going to be with his mom during that time period as well. So again, I'm not somebody that's fishing for dirt. The dirt just literally, this nigga throws dirt on himself every day. So it did look scandalous. At this point, it does seem to be benign, but if it's revealed at a later time that there was a whole nother woman in court and there's a whole nother child or something like that, hey, you best believe I'm going to come back and I'm going to report on that too. So either way it goes, I'm here to do balanced reporting. I'm here to just try to get to the facts as much as possible, because I think we need more of that in the space. You know what I mean? Whether that be good, bad, or indifferent. I understand everybody has theories, everybody has thoughts, everybody has ideas. But if there are logical explanations for pretty easy to explain things, I'd rather go with that, because, again, there's going to be plenty of other stuff to come out that's going to make this man look crazy. And I'm not saying that that I'm looking forward to it or that that's what I'm awaiting. It just is what it is, because as we get further in this video, he finna do some old lame shit. It's just who he is. Key example, lame shit. So as all of that stuff was coming out the other day, we had a situation where Aiden Ross, I don't know what the fuck it is between Drake and Aiden Ross, but bro, if that's your new bestie, you need to get away from this motherfucker, man. Anyway, Aiden Ross and I don't know this other guy, they're doing a press conference for what do they call this shit? Brand, I don't know what the hell they call it. Brand risk, I think it is. And on this stream or whatever this pre-fight show is, Aiden Ross announces that Drake wants to fight the co-founder of Steak and Kick, Eddie Craven, right? Remember, Drake was just on in the comments on somebody's stream talking about how unsatisfied he was with Eddie and Steak. He claims that they're treating him like paupers. They're still riding on buses, comparing himself to Steph Curry for the Warriors, but yet they're not treating him right. He came out on his story talking about they're not allowing Drake to withdraw his money from Steak. They claim he has millions of dollars in a Steak account that he's trying to put into his own bank, and the withdrawals are being, they're basically saying they can't do them. They can't process them. Just strangely, he claims that Eddie is going at OVO and disrespecting him and all this stuff. And now we got Aiden Ross coming out talking about Drake wants to box Eddie from Steak/Kick. Again, corny shit coming out.
The greatest, the best, Drizzy Drake said, Aiden, I will fight on Branders for free. All my life, I'll fight for free. I want to fight Eddie, and you fight B. John. So Eddie and B. John, it would be a great event. We could do something to do with charity. Let's do it. Let's give the fans what they want. We can get Drake to fight for free on brand risk if he fights Eddie. And I can fight Bijan. I say we run it. Let's do it. I'll fight Bijan. Drake fights Eddie. It's amazing. All right?
I'll be ref.
Huh? You ref. You ref.
From you.
Okay, listen. How about this? You fight Eddie. I fight Bijan. Let's just make it. Fuck it. Let's do it. I'm in.
Brother, yeah, bro. You give me the fight. You tell me, fuck it. I'll fight these guys out of Walmart, brother. Let me know.
All right, brother.
Yeah, I'm here.
Love you.
All right.
All right.
I also find it strange that Aiden Ross has to always tell that man he love him. I understand, bros, you know what I mean? And it's nice to say I love you to your folks too, you know what I mean? You ain't got to be insecure to say it. It just comes out strange when he does it. Love you. Sound like you talking to your girl, homie. But anyway, that's Drake, I guess, on the line. Voice sounded a little, I don't know. But he says he'll fight them in a Walmart. So he says we ain't even gotta do it on whatever this platform is, brand risk. We don't gotta get in the ring. He said he'll take these guys, both of them, in a Walmart. Now, it was just a few months ago that Aiden Ross alluded to Drake getting in a boxing match with Kendrick Lamar. That energy was very much different. He was more hesitant to speak on it. And he said if there was ever such a thing, it would be private. But as it pertains to Eddie from Steak/Kick, he says he'll pop up on him in Walmart. Very different energy. Seemed like he down there wants to do it now. So you got more smoke for your current business partner than you have for the person that you're alleging defamed you, called you a PDF, that you're alleging conspired with your business partner, as in your label where you make most of your money or have made most of your money. Had this whole conspiracy to take you out, devalue you, take your spot, and make you look like a child predator. That's what he alludes. That's what he claims. But you would rather fight some non-threatening white guy CEO. Makes a lot of fucking sense to me. Or does it? I think this nigga just need to goddamn sign out, man. Just sign the fuck out. Sign out of everything. Sign out of fucking FaceTime. Log out of Apple. Sign out of fucking Instagram. Just give up. He's about to do another fucking soft shoe ass interview. Fucking whack ass, no comedy, but we're telling jokes ass interview with Bobby Altoff. Yeah, man, whatever. I'm not enthused. But he came out and said he wants to fight, homeboy. I don't think we're going to see it. It's probably not going to happen. Because then what happens if he whoops your ass? This non-threatening white guy come and lay your ass on your back pockets while you were saying you'll run up on him at Walmart. What happens then? He ain't going to take that brand risk. Pun intended. But more corny shit on the precipice. Because not only did that happen, but we've got new updates stating that Drake has purchased Tupac's Death Row Records Pendant. So here we've got this person, and I think this Tino is funny person is a Drake fan. They say Drake announces his purchase of Tupac's Death Row Pendant. Drake just made a major flex. He purchased Tupac's iconic Death Row Pendant, a legendary piece of hip-hop jewelry that was once listed alongside Snoop Dogg's Death Row chain for $1 million in 2023. No word yet on how much Drizzy paid, but you know the price had to be serious. He announced the purchase on his first night in Copenhagen, Denmark, a city that's popped up in familiar rap lyrics before they go to Kendrick Lamar's Worldwide Steppers, where he admitted to infidelity with a white woman in Copenhagen. They then quote him, "Next time I fucked the white bitch was out in Copenhagen. Good kid, Mad City tour. I flourished on them stages. Whitney asked did I have a problem. I said I might be racist. Ancestors watching me fuck was like retaliation." I don't see how you can indict a man on his own admission, but they've been trying. They have Drake here, 7 a.m. on Bridle Path. Drizzy himself dropped a slick Copenhagen bar. But let me digress on behalf of the association. I'll play it cool with you, Denmark a nigga like Copenhagen. Denmark, and then like Denmark a nigga out. They say, could something be on the verge of being revealed? Maybe one of the red buttons. If so, which one? Boy, shut your dumb ass up. Anyway, so this is the chain that was purchased, and you can see this was posted on Drake's IG, in which he played the song Tupac Pain featuring Stretch. One of my favorite Tupac songs, actually. But I could have swore this is the same guy that said, I never cried when Pac died, but I probably will when Hove does. But all of a sudden, you on Tupac nuts. You want to buy this nigga ring. You want to buy this nigga goddamn chain pendant. God damn. What, you want to buy this nigga tomb as well? The fuck? This nigga taking this goddamn museum collector shit too far. So this is the back of the pendant. It says All Eyes on You, 1996. And of course, Tupac had the album All Eyes on Me that came out in 1996. So apparently that was a flip on that. They then show the listing from Hypebeast where this was on the market back in 2023. It was up for sale for $1 million. And people are wondering if he actually paid the million. They say the pendants that are partially encrusted could go for 200 to 500K. Okay. So there's that. The nigga that never cried when Pac died, the nigga that trolled and did the AI Pac shit that the Tupac estate didn't even fuck with. 2025, he now comes out and buys Tupac's death row pendant for whatever amount of money it is, as if he gives a fuck about Tupac. Sounds like another troll move to me, since we heard Kendrick voice his grievance with Drake having that Pac ring, or just making Pac turn in his grave. Remember at the pop out, he switched the lyrics to Euphoria, said give Pac's ring back. Maybe I'll give you a little respect. So, sounds like continued trolling from a nigga already lost. Or from a nigga that already lost, excuse me. So, like I said, just 10 minutes ago, even if that family court thing was on the up and up, he always gonna do some corny shit that makes you look again and be like, even when you being regular, you being lame as fuck, bro. Give me a break. But that's what I got for y'all on this one, man. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I do know, you know what I mean, there was all types of narratives and stuff floating about that family court thing. And again, if it's revealed at a later time that there is more to be revealed, we'll address that. We'll talk about it. But it looks like from the court sketch artist that was indeed Sophie, and they needed to make some modifications to the arrangement so that Adonis could go on tour with Drake. But he turned around and has now challenged Eddie Craven from Steak/Kick to a fight, a boxing match, and a street fight, because he said he'll fight these guys in Walmart. And now the purchase of Tupac's death row chain pendant. For what reason? I don't know. But the saga does continue. All right. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit on my almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more to survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden, they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.